Hey guys, it's Daniela and I'm here to give y'all a tour of Chachas. Chachas is a shaved ice and acai business that I happen to be the owner of. I want to do this video for anybody that is kind of going the same route that I went, or if you're trying to open like a coffee shop or anything that's gonna be semi-mobile or something. This is a pretty good video for you guys to watch since I do have like a mobile sink set up. And I did start my venture in a trailer, so I feel like I have a lot of good knowledge for y'all to perhaps feed off of. So if I can help anybody in any way, then I've done my job, because I did do the journey myself, and sometimes it can get pretty confusing and you can hit a dead end with not getting certain information that you might need. So hopefully something that I explained today might answer some of your questions. So let's get started. Before I give you guys a little tour of the place, I did want to give you guys a little backstory on how Chachas came to be. I was like 17 or 18 years old in high school. I always knew that I wanted to have a business. I didn't know exactly what it was that I wanted to do, but after looking at what I can afford and what would kind of fit into the market here in Laredo, Texas, I decided to do shaved ice. A lot of people sell raspas here, which is kind of different than a shaved ice, but I decided if I can market my shaved ice as a Hawaiian shaved ice and give it like a different kind of like a little niche that makes it stand out than other regular raspa businesses, that could be good for me. So I started saving up money. I was a bank sales associate for a few years. I was saving up money from that job. My mom was able to give me a loan for like $3,000, and with that I was able to open my trailer. I would say that was like around $14,000 to get my trailer and all the overhead and stuff like that. I was able to run business out of my trailer for like 4 years solely by myself, no employees, just myself. I did make it work. It was a lot of work, but I was able to learn the inside and the outside of my trailer like the back of my hand. So I was able to incorporate a lot of things that I had from my mobile business in my new business, which is why I think this video would serve those of you who are trying to open like a mobile cafe or a mobile shaved ice or something that's like semi-permanent. I have a mobile sink, and I could not find a video that explains how to set one up, because you kind of have to build it yourself. So in this video I will explain to you guys, so if y'all keep watching you will learn how to do that, and I can link some things in the description so y'all can buy everything that I explained in the video. But after making my business plan, I moved to Corpus Christi and I opened in the National Seashore in Padre Island. That's the beach there, and I would vend at the beach for 3 summers. I did that until I decided to come back to Laredo. I did my trailer for 1 year here, and I opened this location after that 1 year. Yay! So it's been going really good. I'm really happy about that, but I feel like I'm in a place where I can share my knowledge, because there's a lot of things that I would go looking for, that I still go looking for, and there's like just a lot of the same videos and no really new videos coming out on the topics that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna create that for you guys, because if I'm looking, somebody else is looking. So we're gonna call this La Raspera channel. So hopefully I'll get something out of this video. Let's get started. So my room is fairly small. I do have everything that I possibly need in this room. Up here on this wall I have my syrup walls. I don't have too many syrups, but I do have like combinations out of all these syrups, so we got a good amount of shaved ice combos with these syrups that I have here. These shelves, I bought them off of Hobby Lobby, so you can go to Hobby Lobby and get them for like $7, and they've served me so much use. Here are all my measuring cups. I find that measuring cups in all sizes are always needed, and we make so much use out of them, so measuring cups are always nice. Up here I kind of just have extra toppings that we use for our shaved ice and our acai bowls, like our bananas, our peanut butter, our nata de coco, anything else that we might use for our shaved ice and our acai bowls up there on those shelves. Those shelves, we did get them on Amazon, so I can put the link. So this right here is our sink. Our sink is not connected to the plumbing. It is a fully mobile sink. If you look back here, we do have a motor that is what we use to pump the water out of the faucet. That goes straight up to the faucet, and this goes directly into the clean water. And then our dirty water goes just right under this one into the dirty bucket. So that one we do throw away every single day, multiple times a day. If we use more water, depending how much water we use, then we have to throw that one away multiple times. This sink, I did buy it on Amazon, and if I want to say, it was probably like $130, so it really wasn't that expensive. I did assemble it myself, and it was very easy to assemble and very easy to put together. I will attach the links for the water pump and for this water faucet, because I do find that this water faucet is one of the only, brands that I have been able to get to work with like my mobile pump setup. So that is the sink. Moving on over here is our shaved ice station. Usually we have 2 shaved ice machines, but we've been using one for our events. So we have this shaved ice machine here. Next to the shaved ice machine, we have our little containers for our shaved ice. So we have our 8-ounce bowls and our cones. We also use these for any toppings or candies that we might add to our shaved ice. We also do shaved ice of the day, which is really cute. I have to work on that one for today. We have our mini fridge. Since we don't have that much space, we can't really have a full-size fridge, but the mini fridge does the job pretty well. If we look over here, we kind of just have extra, toppings. We have our gloves. We have our blender. I use the Ninja blender, and honestly, I love it so much because it comes with all these extra cups, and it really helps whenever you're in a rush and you need the blender and one of them is dirty. You can just use one of the extra cups. So it comes in handy, and it's fairly affordable. So I rely on that Ninja. It's like the second one I've bought in like 4 years. So I like that for me. These white cabinets, and they have come in so much handy. I use them for events sometimes, and you can always use them as preparation space. Pretty convenient because they roll around. They have a lock, and you can stuff stuff in there. So it's really nice. I really advise, if you are trying to open something on a budget, consider these working cabinets because they're a bang for your buck, honestly. Over here I have my freezers. In here we have ice that we use for our regular orders. So we'll usually just come up here and grab one of the ice that are already ready. Our ice making freezer, we usually make our ice in here. Once they're ready, we transfer them to the other freezer in their blue bags. That way the girls don't struggle taking it out of those blocks, because when they're frozen, it is pretty hard to get them out. So that just makes everything easier, and it helps us keep track of how much ice we have. So I found that's what works for us. Right here is our sugar water. So this is what we make all our shaved ice syrups with. I do find that if you leave it closed, it will get mold. So I like to leave it cracked open, or if you can leave it in the refrigerator, that does help. Here on this shelf, this is where we have all of our extra spoons, our cups, our bowls, any extra toppings that we might have. We have another mini fridge. We have a little coffee maker just so we can get some hot water for some of our recipes. We have a bunch of takis for our takis preparados. We have extra shaved ice syrups, and down here we kind of have just some like cleaning stuff and random miscellaneous things. All of this aids us in making an amazing snow cone. So this is extra things that I have. Right here, I do have a closing checklist. I find that a closing checklist always helps. Even me when I'm closing and I have all the experience and the knowledge to know what it is to do to close, sometimes I forget things. So having a closing checklist is always important. This is our ordering window. This is where everything, gets ordered from. This is where we send everything out. This is our menu. It's really cute. This is our outdoor. We have some tables, some cute little Hawaiian inspired umbrellas. Here we have some more tables, more umbrellas. So yeah, this is my business. Thank you guys for watching. So that was a tour of the shop. It's very small, but it's very packed with things, and everything that is in here I use on a daily to service our community. And I wanted to kind of just go a little bit more into depth on some things that I use. For instance, our quart bottles, all of these, I buy them on Amazon. They come in bundles with the bottle, the regular cap, and the spouts. So that's a cute little combo that helps you save money and a headache when you're trying to find things that fit. So I do use these spouts. I've used them forever and they've never failed me, nor have these bottles. They're easily replaceable, and you know, pretty much every staple shaved ice business uses these. So these are a good way to go. As per my syrups, I always use different brands of different syrups. So my blue raspberry, my cherry are the same brand. My bubblegum, my melon, and my tiger blood are the same brand. So I never stick to one brand, but that's just because I have done my research and I have tasted different types of syrups, and I have chosen the ones that I feel best fit the taste that I want to give. So my advice to you is taste around. I did in the beginning spend a lot of money on buying syrups, big size syrups, because I was like, yeah, it's a blueberry syrup, bubblegum syrup, whatever. But when I actually received the product, I wasn't satisfied with the taste of it, and I didn't want that to be a representation of what I'm gonna give to the people. So I did do a lot of due diligence on trying to find which syrups that I wanted to use for my shaved ice. I find that certain brands have better syrups than another syrup in their brand. For instance, like the same brand, grape and lime. The grape can be really, really good, and the lime is just not that good. So that is how I would decide that I'm going to use the grape from that brand because it's really good. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stick with the whole line because I only like the grape. So doing your due diligence on that is always suggested. As far as my ordering situation, we have these little guest checks. We always write the order here. We put it into our square terminal, and we follow what's written down, because we have them write it down as the customer is saying it, so we don't usually have any mess ups because everything's written down. I do have another ice machine that I usually use for events, and that one is my OG ice machine. I've had it for a long time, and I've had that one since my trailer years. And when I was moving my trailer, I would have to put everything on the floor and everything would go bouncing around. So that ice machine took a tumble or two, and it is still working condition. So if you are in the shaved ice market looking for a machine, I definitely recommend the one that I have right there. It is a little bit heavy. I know they do have lighter ones that have come out since that one, so I don't have any experience with them, but if you were looking for this one, I have no complaints, and it does the job perfectly. I like the consistency of the ice, and I really like that you can control the coarseness of the ice and things like that. So A+ for that one. I do also make some of my syrups in-house. We make them with natural fruit. They have no added dyes, no added preservatives. So if you're interested in learning more about my natural selection of shaved ice, you can go ahead and send me a message, or maybe I could do another video that focuses more on my natural syrups that they use that are really close to the ones that they use in Hawaii, because I do always get compliments saying that my shaved ice is very similar to those that they sell at Hawaii. I have never been to Hawaii, and it certainly is a dream of mine. So one day I will go and I'll get to taste their shaved ice and see what it is that I'm missing out on and how close of a comparison it falls in regards to my shaved ice. I think that's a wrap for this video. I feel like I pretty much explained the basics of my shaved ice business. If you guys want to know a little bit more information on how I set the sink up, then you guys can definitely shoot me a message for that as well. I will work on another video for that. I do have to do the new sink for my trailer, since I did use one of the parts for this sink. So I just need to wait for that extra part for my trailer, and then I can do a little assembly video so you can get a little bit more of like a hands-on idea of how it is that I put that together. Now all of this that I have is makeshift from just a girl's knowledge. I did do a lot of YouTube and Google searching, so there might be better ways to do the things that I'm doing. However, this is what I have figured out works best for me and what is most functional and easiest for just a gal like myself to do. So Thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully we'll have another video come out really soon. Give it a thumbs up if y'all like. Follow my Instagram. It is chachas_Laredo. I'm always very active on there, posting new shaved ice combos and fun little content that you guys can possibly get some ideas off for your own business. I love to hear y'all's feedback, and thank you guys for giving me your time.